Okay, I'm going to go ahead and fireball right here. Well, I don't know what that was. I have no idea at all what that was. Because I know he's running Mega Knight. Okay, so that's part of what I'm telling you guys about know your opponent. Let's do it now. He goes log for that, and then I'm going to go ahead and go in with this here. Because we're going to take that tower, and unless he has arrows, basically he had no win condition. His only push was Mega Knight Witch. Guys, Mega Knight, in my opinion, is not a win condition. You guys got to understand that, okay? Crossing your fingers and hoping the big boy gets to the tower, it's not a viable win condition, guys. Don't play that way. What's going on, y'all? Welcome back. Hope you guys are doing well. As always, your boy is back into the Clash Royale video, guys. Top 3 decks for trophy pushing in the lower arenas, and these are top ladder decks, okay? One in particular is my favorite. Some require more patience, okay? Before we jump into those decks, guys, thank you again for all the continued support. We're almost about to hit 5,000 subscribers. At that time, I can apply for a Supercell creator code. Super pumped about that. Thank you again. It's all because of y'all. All right, you guys know after these battles, we're going to go ahead and break it down. You guys really are enjoying that. Find some help with those breakdowns, guys. The first deck is going to be Lavaloon. People are requesting this one. This is a staple Lavaloon deck. I mean, there's minor version, there's Barb's version. This is, to me, the best one you can actually run. The second is going to be Hog EQ. 2.6 will always have its place, but to me, in the current meta, this is the best Hog Cycle deck you can play. One of my favorite decks to run. The Firecracker is super annoying. And then we're going to go ahead and wrap it up with the Giant Graveyard with the Witch. All these skeletons, I'm telling you guys, you got to play patient with both Lava Hound sometimes, all right, and be willing to take some tower damage, and with Graveyard. Any Graveyard deck, typically, you're going to need more patience. If you overcommit with the Graveyard, it will be GG's, guys, all right? So the first one we're going to go and jump into is going to be Lavaloon. So let's see what our starting rotation is. With this, you can always, I shouldn't say always, but typically, you can go Lava Hound for, okay, we got to go in with the... We got to go in with the guards here and see what he decides to do. Ram Rider's going to do some work for sure. Now, what we're going to do is push opposite lane. If I had... Since he already used his Ram Rider, which is an outstanding counter to the balloon, I'm going to have to let this go. But you can see here it's a pretty bad cycle for me because I don't have my... Okay, so he's going to go ahead and do this. So we're going to go ahead and get a Tombstone down. I'm going to go Mega Minion because I want to build up... See if I can build up some Elixir to get... I can't. I don't think I can. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and Fireball this here. And he's got that down, but we're going to get some Lava Puffs down as well. So now here's the point where you have to be patient. Alright, I had a bad cycle. If you start out with Lava Hound and Balloon, depending on how your opponent plays, you can defend with a Tombstone, guards, things like that. He's probably going to rush Ram Rider, if I had to guess. You can run Lava Hound, Balloon first play. It's pretty safe. Alright, don't spawn any more skeletons before she... Okay, alright, so we're going to go ahead and split the dragons here. Okay, I knew he would do that. And he's probably going to... He's going to get some damage here. Like I said, you got to take that damage. But eventually we're going to be able to sync our, you know, win condition up, which is going to be Lava Loon. If we get a couple belches there, that's good from... Yeah, it's perfect for us. And we take down those minions enough. Okay, so here we go. So again, he has Inferno Tower, right? So we're going to make him play it really close to this side. And then we're going to get this balloon down. And I'm going to go ahead and get this down once again. This time we will... Okay, that was a very, very bad... Okay, that was a bad Inferno Tower, guys. I mean, he can get a Witch down and everything, but we're going to get this balloon down. I don't know what he was really thinking. So what we're going to do, though, is we're going to go ahead and zap right about now. And we should be able to get... Please? Okay, we didn't. All right, that's fine, though. We still got a Lava Hound on the map. And then what we'll be able to do is get the split dragons. Okay, typically you're going to want to do that. Now we're going to go ahead and go guards here again. I actually might go in with the Tombstone because I can't take any more Ram Rider damage. And we'll be able to hopefully get back to... Okay, never mind. If he goes Bandit, we're going to get a Mega Minion on it. He's going to get some work done with it. There it is. So I just have to go in with this. He's going to get the dash. And we got to let that stuff go. Now here's going to be now the lightning. Okay, all right. But we should be able to get this push here. So we're going to go in with this once again. Again, a bad placement on the... Okay, I'm going to go ahead and Fireball right here. Because the Skeleton Dragons, that's going to be tower. And now we just have to defend. As you guys can see, I don't know. His placement of the Inferno Tower was not great. He could have... Okay, so we're going to go here with this. And he's trying to get to Lightning. I might try to Lightning Block. I don't know if I can here. We'll see. Oh, well, it doesn't matter anyways. I tried to Lightning Block. You guys didn't know that you can Lightning Block. Okay, but the main point of this is that he probably could have taken that other tower. But no, with Lava Hound, if you are up a tower, at least have one, and it's 1-1 going into double. favors you big time. Go ahead and jump into the next one, which is going to be Hog EQ cycle. Let's see, with this here, my Fire Spirit won't make it to the tower, so we're going to go straight Hog Rider, and again, it's never a bad play. If you don't even get damage, you want at least one hit, but even if you don't get any, man, what is it with all the witches? You're still going to be in a pretty good spot here. So what we need to do, what I'm trying to do here, okay, so he goes Mega Knight, so we'll go in with this here. I'm going to log this back here, and we're going to go ahead and get this down. Now, what I'm trying to do is save the enough for, let's see if we get this down right now. And we do, so that's good for us. The Firecracker's doing some pretty good work for us. The Mega Knight goes down, and he is up on tower damage, okay, so that's well played there. So he's playing a Mega Knight deck, right? So it's pretty okay. Never mind on that. I'm going to let that go. Well, I don't know what that was. I have no idea at all what that was, but that was super aggressive. And I'm going to go ahead and go in now. Now, I'm being a little aggressive myself, but he's probably going to be able to get a Mega Knight down. Okay, goes E-Wizard. I think that's 4 Elixir. Again, he used a Skeleton Army. I wasn't sure about that. He's not going to have enough, and we take that out. Because I know he's running Mega Knight, right? And I think EQ takes this out. He's running Mega Knight, so I know he's not going to be able to get it down, especially after he dropped the Bard Barrel with the Scarmy. Okay, so that's part of what I'm telling you guys about know your opponent, especially how they're playing. So we're going to go Firecracker this lane. He uses bats too. I don't even think that was necessary. So let's go in, I guess, with a Fire Spirit. No, I'm going to go ahead and... Actually, I don't know what I'm going to do yet. I'm going to go here. He's going to go Mega Knight. Okay, he goes Mega Knight that lane. So let's go ahead and get a Valkyrie down now. Alright, we're going to protect the Tesla. Alright, we do have to log the Witch back. Don't want too much damage there. We're going to be able to clean all that stuff up. He's going to get some work done. And the Rage. What is the Rage for? Like, why? So here's what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead and go, and he's got E-Wizard back in cycle, but we're going to go Hog Rider with the Firecracker, okay? Just like that, that's fine. We're going to let that go, because she's going to take care of all that stuff, and we're going to go here. I don't know if he's going to be able to have enough for Big Boy Mega Knight there. We're going to surround this. I am going to go ahead and take this down now. He does get a shot off there. We're going to go ahead and go for this lane. Okay, he goes in with that. Now, there's no way he's going to be able to... It's pretty much over, I think. I mean, I'm going to be very surprised because he mirrored the Witch. And then he goes in with that. You can Mega Knight if you'd like. We're going to go Fire Spirit here. There goes his Mega Knight. Let's bring this over. We're going to go ahead and protect once again. We'll get a Valkyrie down as well. And we should be able to just go ahead and bring this back. If I have to kite with the Hog Rider, I will, but I don't. And then he goes in with that. And then we're going to try to get into the tower. We're not going to get it, though. But guys, come on, man. He's going to scar me that. He would have. Okay, he would have. It doesn't matter, guys. GG's. See how... Learn your opponent. Learn your opponent and the cards. Alright, especially how he was playing. Like, what was the Skeleton Army in the back? That didn't make a whole lot of sense. I don't know if he was anticipating something. Doesn't matter. Alright, guys. Giant Graveyard. It's a lot of fun to play. I don't know what... Graveyard in general is a lot of fun. It's a surprise factor kind of card. But most people, the higher up you go ladder, they know what you're running, okay? Alright, so with something like this, okay, he goes in with that. So I am going to go here with this, and I'm going to go in with this. I cannot believe he went with a Big Mama P.E.K.K.A. at the bridge. I think we're going to be... Actually, I do have to get this down. Okay, that's actually pretty well played, because I have to arrow this. Alright, so the E-Wizard will go down, thankfully. Alright, so he... Guys, let me tell y'all something real quick. Do not drop Big Mama P.E.K.K.A. at the bridge immediately, alright? So now he's going in with a bunch of stuff. He probably has, I don't know, Hog Rider maybe with this? A lot of people will run Hog Rider with... I'm going to push opposite lane. Hog Rider with, Big Mama P.E.K.K.A. Hog Rider, Mega Knight Hog Rider, things like that. Alright, so let's see if he decides to do it again. He does have logs, I gotta be conscious of that. Alright, so we're going to get the Witch down now. And then we're going to go ahead and go in with the Graveyard. And I know I can do it because... Let's do it now. That's fine. I'm going to let that happen there. He goes log for that. And then I'm going to go ahead and go in with this here. Because we're going to take that tower. And unless he has arrows, that's not going to be enough. And that's the surprise factor of... I mean, we're not going to... That Big Mama P.E.K.K.A. is staying around forever. But our Witches too, right? So that was well played there. He did get some damage on the other side. But look... Okay, I knew I was going to go ahead and win that. So I just got to protect from the... Okay, so there you go. The Bandit. I was going to say, I got to protect from the Bandit. Okay, so we're going to take care of that. He might try to defend against that. I don't know. So he goes Ice Wizard. I am going to go ahead and push Giant, okay? I do get a smack there. That's awesome. I won't take it out. Let's see if he decides to push this lane. I don't know if he will. I'll go ahead and take that Ice Wiz damage. No problem. And let's see here. We'll go in with the Witch. Okay, so I am going to go here with this. The only problem is he's going to have... Okay, there it is. And I'm going to see if I can... I have to arrow this actually too. So let's get that out of the way. And let's see. That's fine. And we'll go in with this here. Not quite sure I understand the Ice Golem, I guess, a little bit. Maybe he was distracting the Witch there. We will go ahead and go in with the... Because I'm going to get Splasher. I didn't even need the Graveyard, but we'll use it on the Mecha there. Actually, I did need it, didn't I? Because we should take that tower. If not, it's going to be in Fireball range. He's using every bit of Elixir he can. So we're going to go ahead and go here. He's probably going to go Bandit. Okay, never mind. He couldn't. So let's go ahead and go in with this. And he'll log that, I think. Yep, there we go. Let's just go ahead and distract the Giant. Don't be afraid to do that, guys. See if he tries to push opposite lanes, just throwing everything at the bridge. But it doesn't matter. We're going to go ahead and get a Graveyard down right here. Okay? That's how you do it. Look at that. You can't do anything. GG's. Here are the 3 decks one more time. You know what time it is, guys. We're going to go and break it down. Stay tuned. We're going to go ahead and start off with the mistake. I should not have dropped Lava Hound in this scenario. Guys, you cannot control your starting hand. Everyone knows that. I had a terrible cycle with this. All right, so hopefully you guys learn from it a little bit. When you have a terrible cycle with your win condition, you got to cycle a little bit, okay? Defend maybe, play patient, all right? I should have split the dragons in the back, and I would have been able, obviously you got some damage here with that Ram Rider push, but I would have been able to take out the minions. In this case, I actually cost myself some more tower damage, and my balloon wasn't even in cycle. So definitely play more patient when your cycle is not great at the beginning. One tip I really want to emphasize, guys, especially as the battle first starts, maybe in the first 30 seconds or so, is learn your opponents and how they play, number one, of course, and how they defend against your main win condition. Of course, ours is Lavaloon. He has 3 in this deck, and I didn't even know he had the big boy Mega Knight, but who doesn't run it? You can almost assume 90% of the battles you face in lower ladder, you're going to see Mega Knight. But guys, he has the Inferno Tower. He has the Witch, which spawns skeletons and can distract the lava pups. He has the Ram Rider, which can slow the balloon down to 0 damage, okay? Once I knew that, I knew first off it wasn't going to be an easy battle, but then secondly, I knew that I had to outcycle not just 1, not just 2, but 3 of his counters to my deck. It's all about tile placement, guys. In this case, you could see that I bypassed the tower, and he does have a Witch here, okay, rightfully placed there, you know, which is good for him. But guys, look at this, right, okay? Notice the balloon is all the way on the right side, okay? I dropped Lava Hound here. Once it got about here, I dropped the balloon, and now the Lava Hound's going to do the most amount of tanking, but the point of this right justified or left justified is to make sure you bypass any buildings. Now, he could have brought this building over a little closer, would have pulled the balloon, but in this case, I think something happened to where the balloon did wrap around and the Inferno Tower may have targeted it. But the point is you want some lava putt damage. You want some, obviously, some belches from the Lava Hound, and if you can get at least, you want a balloon hit, of course, but if you get death damage from the balloon bomb, that's also very, very good, okay? I knew at this point he had Ram Rider back in cycle, but I knew he also was down a lot of elixir based on the fact that he dropped 10 here. So I wanted to play a little patient, and then this is the point where you want to just kind of reset. He is up on tower damage. If you overcommit, if I continue to try to support this, let's say I dropped a Mega Minion right here, that would have been an overcommitment because it would have gotten shut down. The Witch would have taken care of it, and I would have had 0, even worse, right, 0 elixir, and he would have had a Ram Rider that he would have been able to rush this side, and I probably would have been in big trouble. I would have had guards, but it would have been too late, okay? With guards, as you guys saw when the battle first started, she still gets a hit, all right? So you got to be conscious of that, and I knew that he had Bandit as well, so my Tombstone was going to be used for that, but eventually I had to segue into using both guards and the Tombstone because I couldn't take any damage from the Ram Rider. So as you can see here, speaking of, Tombstone and guards, okay? Now notice that we got this now, it's in our advantage, and that's the reason why I did it. 2 rounds, I think I just did guards and a guards, okay? I think he even logged the second round, but I knew once I was up on tower damage, all I had to do is protect a little bit more. Remember I told you guys to know when to take damage, but I knew the Skeleton Dragons, the Tombstone, and the guards was going to be able to shut down the Ram Rider, and eventually we're going to get back to our Lava Hound balloon push. We had Fireball if we had to cycle just a little bit, and on to the next battle, guys. I just have to laugh a little bit again, okay? This is, again, how people play. That's why I try to tell you guys, if you just listen to what I say here, 90% of the people play so aggressive, and if you just know that, you shut it down, they will have no elixir to defend any kind of a counter push. It is also why I like cycle decks. He has a Witch. Notice the log. I don't want you guys to missed the log piece, okay? He has a Mega Knight down. We have a Firecracker back here. I know he has no elixir based on the fact that he dropped this stuff like at the bridge, but we went ahead and logged the witch back. Okay, don't be afraid to do that, especially when she is spawning some skeletons. And look at what I have in cycle here. And he rages this up if I'm not mistaken. I have a Tesla. The Valkyrie is holding it down for me. You know, he gets a little bit of damage, but not at the expense of all that elixir that he dropped. The bottom line is he's crossing his fingers with this kind of a push. Again, he's probably winning a battle, but then probably losing 3. And then maybe he wins 2, and then he loses 6. You're not going to progress. This is why people say, I'm stuck. That's because you are basing all of your skill on just overwhelming the opponent and just depleting all your elixir with the hope that they can't counter it. That is not the way to play. Even if you win a few, guys, don't play this way. There's the rage, right? Mega Knight goes down. He does get some damage from the witch. Of course, she is raged up, but the Firecracker's doing enough work. And in this case, I wanted to go ahead and reset here. My Valkyrie wasn't in cycle, and with this deck, obviously it can be an EQ cycle kind of a deck, but you want the Hog Rider with the Valkyrie, so you want to be able to counter push. You want to defend with the Valkyrie, using the Tesla and things like that. And as long as she is good enough health, all right, at least half, obviously, or more, you can run the Hog Rider behind her. Again, that's a really, really solid push, especially if a card like a Mega Knight, even Big Mama P.E.K.K.A. is not in cycle. You know you're going to be able to punish. But at that point, that should be your push. All right, do not overcommit. Do not go beyond that, because then whatever they defend that push with, it's going to be coming down. All right, if you deplete most of your elixir, you're not going to be able to defend that, especially playing a person as aggressive as this opponent and using stuff like Rage and, of course, the big boy Mega Knight. And here's the push, guys, all right, that I was just talking about. Obviously, it's Valkyrie Hog Rider. She is almost full health. I knew he didn't have, based on how he was playing, I didn't know he had Mirror at the time. I knew he wasn't going to be able to get Mega Knight down. He was just depleting and getting all of his elixir. So I knew even if he did have Mega Knight, he wasn't going to run Witch, because the Valkyrie will shred that. You know, hold her in place for a little bit because of the skeletons, but she would have got to the tower, and he wouldn't have been able to, like I said, get Mega Knight down. And if he did get it down, he would have had no elixir. All right, so anything that would have came with the Mega Knight would have been 0, because he couldn't have supported it with like a Witch or something. And the Hog Rider and the Valkyrie were going to get some damage. And I knew I was going to take that down by at least 1,000 HP. There was no problem here at all. And again, learning your opponent and the way that they play. And as you can see here, with that one push alone, he had to get the bats down. Look at his cycle, number 1. His elixir is what, 3 or something like that. And look at this tower. It was GG's. Basically, he had no win condition, in my opinion. His only push was Mega Knight Witch. Guys, Mega Knight, in my opinion, is not a win condition. You guys got to understand that, okay? Crossing your fingers and hoping the big boy gets to the tower is not a win condition. It's not a viable win condition, guys. Don't play that way. The other thing I wanted to point out here is what I started to do is look, it's obviously an EQ log range, EQ range. And I know I have log here. I can take this out at any time. I started to pressure opposite lane because I wanted to bait out his Mega Knight. And not only that, look what I've done. I have separated these 2 cards. That is his win condition push, which is, again, is not a win condition. But look what I have in cycle. Tesla, Valkyrie. I can log. I can distract. This goes down. This will get shut down. At this point in my head, all I'm thinking about is defend, defend, defend. And we're going to go ahead and take this tower at the end of the game. All right, maybe we push for a second. Who knows? After my opponent dropped 7 elixir, Big Mama P.E.K.K.A. at the bridge, Hog Rider style, I knew I was going to win this battle, okay, for sure. Anyways, he dropped Big Mama P.E.K.K.A. here in the back. This is obviously more mid part of the battle, and I knew I was going to be able to get the graveyard down and get a lot of damage. He logged right here to try to take care of a lot of the Witch, and I knew my Giant was going to go down, but it was going to tank enough to the point where he had not a whole lot of elixir. He could have got an Ice Wizard down to help a little bit, but he's like barely 3 elixir to even get an E-Wiz down and everything, and I knew I was going to get significant damage. One thing I did mention in the video, and I'll mention again, you got to play Graveyard patient, okay? You can punish here, and I knew I would, just again, based on my opponent, but you don't want to be over-aggressive with Graveyard, because if they do defend it, you basically are going to lose a tower at least. I'm not saying you can't come back from it, but people who overcommit, especially with Graveyard, typically don't win the battle. But notice the Bandit over here, and I had to eat the damage. Remember I said you guys just know when to take damage? I was going to get a lot of damage there with that Bandit, but I knew I was going to come out ahead on my side. And as you guys can see here, right, take out the Big Mama P.E.K.K.A. Look at this damage. He did get some damage here, but again, I came out ahead. He dropped his E-Wizard, which I thought really was a little bit of an overcommitment. He could have waited just a little bit, or maybe just drop it, let the Witch lock on, then drop it, and would have spawned some skeletons on top of the Witch, and would have been better off instead of just dropping it there by the tower. But guys, we went ahead and shut this down, and I knew he was going to be able to do that much beyond the Bandit push that he had there after I took all that damage. But I knew in my head I had to protect against the Bandit. And there you go. I knew he was going to drop the bandit in this lane. I knew this E-Wizard was coming, you know, I don't know, half health or something like that. I wasn't worried about that. Take the damage there, not going to defend it. My whole point was to get another push down with a giant. If I have to distract at this point of the game too, if you have to distract with the giant, feel free to do so. I mean, I have arrows, I have fireball. I can take this tower out at any time. But I knew, again, he was going to drop bandit here at the bridge. Know your opponent. All I do is shut that down. I was going to just save this as much as I possibly could and continue to push on this side. And I knew eventually I would overwhelm with Graveyard and he would over defend it, which is exactly what he did, guys, and it was going to be GG's. So as you can see, right, 482. The main reason, though, I did want to show this is, number one, I got tower damage with the arrows. We have a witch that's spawning skeletons, but the main counter he had to my Inferno Dragon was his E-Wizard, and I had to fireball arrows it. I knew I was going to have to do that because we had to take this Big Mama P.E.K.K.A. out. I wasn't sure actually if my witch had already spawned skeletons or she would even have enough to do so by the time the P.E.K.K.A. got there, so we could have been in a little bit of trouble, but I went ahead and fireballed and arrowed the E-Wizard, and we took that out. And again, I was going to go ahead and reset and play a little patient, but if I'm not mistaken, I didn't even have to get a giant down. This was going to be GG's because the Inferno Dragon, along with the Graveyard, is actually what took out the tower. And as you can see, there you go, guys. He went ahead and dropped his Ice Wizard. It was a little too late. We have 30 here. Doesn't even matter. We have some fireball range. I knew I was good to go. Of course, the Inferno Dragon had locked on too, but there was nothing he could do about the Graveyard. If he had poison, this would have been a little bit of a harder battle. But the fact, again, what I do like, most people run Zap or Log, sometimes both. Once I baited the Log and I learned through the duration of the battle, he had nothing besides Log, and I didn't have to worry about anything. I mean, he had obviously E-Wizard, but that's a troop you place behind, right? You can't get significant value like a Log by throwing it on your opponent's side, things like that, guys. So I knew it was going to be good to go. GG's. So anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this video, the 3 decks, find some success. Thank you again for all the continued support. Leave comments down below. Be more than happy to help. Until the next video, guys, take care and peace out.